The arrival of the silent voyager. For months, astronomers observed a silent wanderer slipping through our solar system, a visitor from the deep, dark stretches between the stars. An interstellar traveler unlike anything humanity had ever catalogued. They named it Tria Atlas, a cold and enigmatic object arriving from far beyond the Milky Way, crossing distances so vast that no human-made instrument could measure them meaningfully. At first, it behaved like any distant cosmic intruder, dim, quiet, and predictable. But as it approached its closest pass to the Sun, the familiar patterns of celestial mechanics began to break. Its light flickered in unnatural ways, and it appeared to change shape, anomalies no comet or asteroid could produce. The world's most powerful telescopes, James Webb, Hubble, KEK, and others, were trained on it. And what they observed defied understanding. Spain's 2-meter twin telescope captured hundreds of high-resolution images of Tria Atlas as it neared solar conjunction, the moment it would slip behind the Sun. These images revealed phenomena that violated known physics: a thin jet of material aimed directly toward the Sun, a tail moving against the solar wind. Observatories worldwide confirmed it, a diffuse glow stretching inward rather than outward. For a comet, this behavior was not unusual, it was impossible. Speculation ran wild. Some theorized unknown materials impervious to radiation pressure. Others proposed exotic alloys never seen in natural objects. And a few dared the most radical idea, that the emissions were artificial, engineered. The anomalies only grew. Tria Atlas's mass did not match its trajectory. Its rotation period, 16 hours, was far too slow for a solid rock of its size. It should have fractured under uneven heating. Yet it remained perfectly intact. Brightness fluctuations hinted it might be hollow. Spectral analysis revealed unusually high levels of nickel and iron, far exceeding any known solar system object. Traces of cyanide compounds appeared, chemicals rarely found in interstellar dust. Conventional explanations collapsed. Astrophysicist Avi Loren introduced a scale for extraterrestrial probability, from 0, fully natural, to 10, confirmed alien technology. He placed Tria Atlas at a level 4, a 40% chance of non-natural origin, an unprecedented assessment. Debate erupted across the scientific community and captivated millions worldwide. Then, as it slipped behind the Sun for 6 weeks, the object vanished from sight. Observatories fell silent. Simulations predicted that upon re-emergence, Tria Atlas would pass near Jupiter's orbit, close to the path of NASA's Europa Clipper. Possibilities for direct observation, electromagnetic anomalies, or further surprises filled the minds of researchers. When it reappeared, it had transformed. Dozens of telescopes locked onto its position, revealing a 400% increase in reflectivity. Its temperature remained perfectly regulated, as if some internal system maintained balance. The reversed comet tail had disappeared, replaced by a thin ultraviolet beam pulsing sideways into space, rhythmic, precise, and deliberate. Every 247 seconds, a pulse. Analysts from MIT and ESO processed the data and discovered prime numbers embedded in the signal: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, a classic mathematical signature indicating intelligence. NASA urged caution, but Avi Loren declared that this was no longer an astronomical event. Webb's instruments were redirected to study it in detail. Hyperspectral imaging revealed astonishing details beneath the surface of Tria Atlas. There, scientists discovered a lattice unlike anything formed naturally in the cosmos. A repeating honeycomb pattern composed of perfectly aligned hexagonal plates, oriented precisely along the object's rotation axis. Each hexagon reflected starlight with unerring consistency, suggesting a level of engineering far beyond anything humanity had achieved. Spectroscopy showed the material was a nickel-titanium alloy of extraordinary purity, with atomic arrangements too precise to have formed through any known natural process. Tria Atlas was not simply unusual, it was purpose-built. Designed to withstand intense cosmic radiation, regulate its internal temperature, and traverse the cold, empty expanses of interstellar space without faltering, it was the embodiment of interstellar engineering at a level that challenged human imagination. Yet the greatest mystery remained: there was no sign of a pilot. The ultraviolet pulses it had emitted so methodically, pulses that carried prime numbers, mathematical signals unmistakably intelligent, suddenly ceased. For 12 hours, it remained silent, an eerie void in the data streams. Then, at exactly 217 Coordinated Universal Time, it moved. Not a subtle nudge, not a gravitational drift, but a precise, deliberate maneuver. A 0.09-degree course correction, sustained with an acceleration of 14 meters per second. No unpowered object, no comet or asteroid, could have achieved such a feat. Tria Atlas was actively controlling its trajectory, navigating the solar system with intent. Its new path led it toward the heliopause, the distant boundary where the solar wind meets the interstellar medium, the threshold between our sun's domain and the infinite darkness beyond, a doorway back to the interstellar void. Before it disappeared, Tria Atlas sent one final ultraviolet pulse. This signal, lasting 13 minutes and 37 seconds, was dense with encoded binary data. It appeared responsive, almost sentient, mirroring the readings of instruments trained upon it. When scientists reconstructed the signal visually, a stunning pattern emerged. A massive, three-dimensional fractal, layers of spiraling hexagons repeating into infinity. At the core was the golden ratio, 1.618, a universal constant linking mathematics, biology, and physics. Biologists recognized symmetry reminiscent of life's design. Physicists saw evidence of gravitational coherence. Mathematicians identified recursive intelligence. Some began to speculate that the signal was more than communication. It was a reflection, a dialogue with the universe itself. Governments attempted to contain knowledge of the event, fearing panic or misinterpretation, but the signal had already propagated globally. Each replay revealed subtle changes, slight adaptations, as if Tria Atlas were aware it was being observed. The object was not just intelligent, it was learning. Avi Loren, revising his scale of extraterrestrial probability, raised Tria Atlas to level 9, controlled propulsion, directed emissions, adaptive intelligence. The likelihood of a natural origin was now effectively zero. Humanity faced a chilling realization. This was no cosmic fluke, it was a deliberate, intelligent presence. Then, on September 21, the cosmos itself seemed to respond. Instruments detected a sudden spike in the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang. Its energy carried the same ratio as the object's final ultraviolet pulse, a fleeting, whispering echo as if the universe had replied, even for a fraction of a second. And then, silence. Total silence. Tria Atlas crossed the heliopause and vanished into the interstellar darkness, leaving only fragments of data, a code that has yet to be deciphered, and a profound unease. For months, it had observed us as much as we observed it. As one astronomer reflected in his report, perhaps we were never meant to find it. Perhaps it found us first. The thought lingered like a shadow across every telescope, every lab, every mind watching the skies. For now, Tria Atlas was gone, but the story it began was far from over. The universe waits. And when Tria Atlas, or another interstellar traveler, sends its next signal, those who are watching closely will witness the continuation of a dialogue between humanity and the stars. A dialogue that spans light years, a conversation written in mathematics, physics, and design. A reminder that the cosmos is not silent. That intelligence may be far older, far more patient, and far stranger than we can comprehend. In the quiet aftermath, one truth remains undeniable. The universe is alive with mystery. It challenges us, teases us, and pushes humanity to reach further, to listen more carefully, and to wonder without limits. Tria Atlas has left us a question, encoded in light and mathematics, waiting for those brave enough to decode it. Who else is out there, and what message might they be sending? And in that silence, as the interstellar void stretches endlessly beyond our solar system, humanity feels both insignificant and infinite. For the first time, we glimpse the possibility that we are participants in a vast, unfolding cosmic story. A story that has been written across billions of years, across countless stars, and across objects like Tria Atlas, patiently traveling the darkness, waiting for us to notice.